So the family program has been very successful. We gather together as a large group, and then we do break up the families. So the moms, dads, and whoever's with the children, sometimes they bring siblings, sometimes they bring grandparents. We even have had friends come, neighbors. We keep the family unit intact. We break them into smaller groups of, let's say, maybe 20 to 30, and then we do individual learning centers in different rooms throughout the buildings.
Yep, we bring the whole family. I come, my husband comes, my mom has come, and she likes coming too. She especially loves Father Gil, and it's just really nice to get the kids involved in all aspects, just doing the nativity scenes and the crafts and the activities, volunteer activities for the kids to do, also for them to be together, for them to see their friends with their families.
And my daughter, who's 10, starts seeing me involved in making the craft as well, and it was getting her excited, like she couldn't believe Daddy was doing it. By her getting excited, I was having fun with it, so I just continued, working with her.
Rosary beads.
Rosary beads was your favorite? What was your favorite, Angelina?
I don't know if you did, but we did like the boxes,
the prayer box.
Yeah.
So one of our favorite crafts was making the rosary beads during the family program. Each child got to create their own rosary, and it actually brought to light for me the different parts of the rosary, what each part meant. Being that I had already previously learned it as a child, it helped me understand it a little bit better. Putting it together with them, and we all had to work together. It was difficult, but it was fun at the same time.
It's a religious class, but it's not your ordinary classroom teaching. It's all hands-on type activities. The facilitators get the kids involved with going up in front of the entire group, speaking about the projects that they worked on the current week or weeks in the past. And you'd be surprised how many of these little youngsters, they love going up in front of the group and public speak. It's really neat to see. It's a special moment, and the big thing is there's not a lot of interruption with the class, like at home with televisions and all sorts of computers. It gives you a 2-hour opportunity to be with your children without interruption.
The scheduling for the family program is very flexible. They have a couple of programs on a Saturday, a couple on a Sunday, and then also on Monday evening if that doesn't work out for you. So the flexibility in the program, the schedule itself, is very accommodating to many families with many different activities going on at a variety of different times.
When I do the online religion program, I feel like I'm connecting more with Jesus because we're reading about him and we're answering questions about them. And during the lesson, you can there's little things of music and there's small videos sometimes. And then in every lesson, there's like a little game, and it gives you like lives after every correct answer you get, and it gives you questions like about Jesus and the Bible, and every answer you get right, you get a live. But if you get the answer wrong, it'll show you the question again after you do a different one. I think that's really cool that they incorporate Jesus and the Bible into games.
I actually love the curriculum. This year they started the online, and I think that it's great. So doing the online program where they're listening, it's just a different, you don't have to be, it's not rigid as far as, having to sit with a book and pen and paper. And, I think online it's just a little bit more, the kids are really technology savvy. The online program is very easy to use, and I think, you know, it's convenient. I think it's convenient for parents. It's convenient for the kids. It's, sometimes they need a break, and so when you have the online program and it's reading to you and helping the kids with their prayers, pronouncing words that they necessarily may not be able to pronounce, it's helpful for them, and helpful, I think, for the parents too. Because sometimes we are busy doing things, and to constantly be sitting down with the books, it's something that they can do at the dining room table while you're cooking dinner, or at the counter, and so you can kind of hear it too and listen while the kids are listening. So I think that that's really really phenomenal. I for one am glad that they issued an online program this year, and the kids get messages saying that they're doing their units and that they're doing a great job, and so there's accountability too, and I think that's great.
When we saw Brian Mercier, I felt like it was going to be, I guess, not so interesting when we first sat down, but then just sitting there listening to him and how he experienced prayer throughout his life, and how learning how to pray the right way had changed his life, and just the different books that he's written, it helped open up my eyes. I mean, I know obviously when you pray, it's not going to be answered in 10 seconds or whatever, but it adds that realization that, you can hope and you can wish for things and you can pray for things, but just showing your faith through your prayer is a lot more important than just praying and asking for things. And it actually interested me to wanting to look up YouTube videos on him.
Joseph and Mary come in at one time right before Christmas time, and they were obviously reading a script, but going through their adventure and their journey to the stable itself to have baby Jesus. So it was very informative and entertaining at the same time, which for children, it really leads them to go ahead and internalize the whole aspect of it as well. This is different than classroom instruction because, well, as an educator, I'm all for classroom instruction, but as a family member, I enjoy this aspect of it much better than the classroom aspect.
That I get to spend time with my family.
Oh, me too. I like that too. I get to go with Athena and Steven, and even though Izzy is older, he comes and he volunteers. And one time he played the violin, right? It's a nice
I saw
time.
that. He did.
You remember that? The kids go with their friends, or sometimes you're bringing some friends along, or you're bringing a family member along, and I think it's nice to that everybody feels welcomed and feels comfortable coming. So I think that's the biggest key for really not just implementing your faith, but kind of sticking it out and keeping with it.
The family program is very nice, and it actually is like really cool, and it's actually really big, and I like it because you meet new teachers, you meet new kids, and you could finally know people that really want to be part of God.